All right, continuing to the third option that we're going to go over on how to multiply binomials. And this is called FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. This is the tried and true. This one, well, the other ones work all the time too. It's just, for me, this is the one that was drilled into my brain, was FOIL, 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 FOIL. I still remember the days in high school and of having to do this and concentrate on this is what you learned and this is how you did it. So let's get to it. First means I'm going to look at my first term here, x, and multiply that term by the first term in my other binomial. So sometimes you see it drawn like this. Well, x times x is x squared. Simple enough, right? Then we have this same x that we're starting with, and we're going to multiply it by the outer term. Well, our outer term is -6. So that means we are getting -6x, because -6 times x is -6x. All right, our inner term. Now, our inner term is the first group, second term. So that's our -3. So our -3 now gets multiplied. Ooh, I don't want a straight line. Our -3 now gets multiplied by that same first term of the second group, or to be -3x. Lastly, we're going to take that second inner term and multiply it by the last term. So we're going to take the inner term here, -3 and -6, and we're going to multiply those together to get +18. Now, when I take all these and I just rewrite them, I'll have a new equation. Now, I can combine these two terms. The other two are kind of on their own. Oh, I didn't color coordinate very well, did I? This should have been purple. I skipped right over that. There we go. So what I end up with is x squared, because nothing changed it, it's the only one. -6 and -3 make -9x plus 18. So the product of the original two binomials is found. So let's look at the second option here. I have my first term of 2x and my first term of the second group, and I can multiply those together to get 6x squared. Now I've got my outer term. Now, again, I want you to look at this, and this is outer because it's on the outside, and this one is outer because it's on the outside. So I'm multiplying both of my outside terms. That's why we call it outer. So I have this 2x, I'm trying not to cover the blue too much, and this -5, and that's going to be a -10x. Now I'm going to switch to my inner terms. My inner term is on the inside of everything, and my other inner term, because I always need two terms to be able to multiply, add, subtract, or divide. So here, it's always multiply. I have two inner terms, right here and here. Now that's going to be 1 times 3x, which is 3x. And then I've got my last terms. Well, this one is my last term of the first group. This -5 is my last term of the second group. So now we see where all those names came from. First, outer, inner, last. Our first terms are the first term of each group. Our outer terms are the terms that are on the outside of the whole group. The inner terms are what's on the inside of all groups. And our last terms are the last terms of each group. Now, when we do combine these, because 1 times -5 is -5, I can actually combine these two, and I'm going to end up with 6x squared. -10 plus 3 is a -7x minus 5. And I have my answer to multiplying the original binomials.